Hello, I am Craig Hannigan from Toro MMA. This is my wife Quinn, and today we will be demonstrating a Americana from top side control. So Quinn, if you can, please lay down here. So, in order for me to get the Americana, obviously I have to get her arm first. And a big beginner mistake that I see a lot of people do is they will take pressure, they'll take weight off of their opponent to try to get their arm down. I've even seen people come up and then come down. The issue with that is if I'm coming up and she doesn't have weight on her, it's very easy for her to frame, push me away, and potentially hip escape and get back to her guard. I don't want that to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay nice and tight in a good offensive side control. I've got my chest on her chest and I'm holding her down with my weight, and I've got her sandwiched in between my knees and my elbows. Now I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to put it in the crease of her elbow. So my elbow comes up, my hand comes in the crease of her elbow. I'm going to pull this elbow across her body, and at the same time I'm going to look towards her feet and swim my hand in to grab her wrist. So this little movement right here will create enough space for you to be able to get that wrist control so you can finish your Americana. So side control. Hand in the crease, elbow pull, look towards the legs, swim the hand in. Now I've got her wrist. I can push it down to the mat and get to my Americana grip. One more time. I've got my elbows in. I'm in a nice strong position. I get the hand in the crease, lift, look towards the legs, swim the hand in, push down, Americana. Okay? So a couple of things that we do for the Americana. Number one is the further away her arm is, the less painful the Americana is going to be. Number two, it's very important to keep pressure on the wrist. We need this wrist glued to the mat while we're doing this. If I have her wrist up in the air, and I see people do this all the time, I can really put a lot of pressure on this and she's not going to feel it. So number one, I want to have the wrist on the mat. Number two, I want her arm in nice and tight. The further away it is, the less painful it's going to be. The closer it is, the more pressure there's going to be, the more isolation on the joint. Okay? So I've always shown that when I finish my Americana, I pretend that I'm bringing my elbow to the belly button, okay? I'm keeping her hand flat down, I'm lifting, and I'm bringing it in. That is the best way to finish an Americana. So when I have her wrist, I've got my Americana grip, I'm gonna lift my elbow, and then I'm gonna bring it towards her belly button, and I'm going to get a tap. A couple of other things that we can do to make this tighter is I'm going to roll my wrists forward. So I'm rolling my wrist forwards. We call this motorcycling your grip. And when I'm doing that, what it's doing is it's actually giving me a higher leverage point on her arm. This is her lever. Her arm is my lever. My wrist is the fulcrum. So if I have it higher up, I've got more leverage, so she's already in more pain. So I motorcycle my grip. I pull everything in tight, and then I lift my elbow and I bring it towards her belly button, and I'm already getting a tap. So I, in a lot of cases, can tap somebody just from rolling my wrists forward. If the person has flexible elbows, like I said, we lift, we bring everything in, and we bring it towards that belly button. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. That's our Americana from top offensive side control.